In this most wonderful time of the year, besides the typical holiday batch, why not enjoy the oddest pair of old Hollywood Christmas movies that somehow manage to have quite a lot in common?
Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas to all!
And made by two of the greatest directors of all time, no less. The John Ford Western, Three Godfathers.
I just remembered what tomorrow is. Feliz Navidad.
Followed by the Michael Curtiz black comedy, We're No Angels.
We'll make a real Christmas of it with a tree and decorations and presents.
You guys get everything ready. I'll go buy a turkey.
Did you say buy?
It may take a little while. First, I have to steal the money.
This video will be quick and brisk. I'll just go through the synopsis of each film, recommend them, and be on my merry way. That's it, no more. No analysis, no nothing. Just a brief holiday advice. In and out, 5-minute video, no
20 minutes later.
In this painterly shot, mind how the horsemen fill up the y-axis while being conveniently arranged so that you can see each face. Now a background train fills up the horizontal axis while a carriage arrives from the foreground filling up the z-axis. That's information and movement upwards, sideways and forward. John Ford is a compositional genius! Whoops, let's try that again. To start off, trade the usual snowy, cozy weather of Santa Claus for the Arizona desert. In Three Godfathers, John Wayne heads a trio of bandits. After robbing a bank, they now must evade the law, which is led by Ward Bond's adorable sheriff whose name is Pearly Sweet.
Pearly Sweet! Now that is a right pretty name.
In the desert, our dear outlaws find a dying young woman.
She's a nice little woman, too. 28 or 30, I guess.
If you say so, and help her deliver a baby. She names them all her sons Godfathers and names her son with all their names. Robert, William, Pedro. Now these three desperados who are escaping a posse and dying of thirst must also play mother and lead little Robert
Robert William Pedro.
to civilization.
Milk for the infant, and a cool beer for me.
As you can imagine, it's a Wild West retelling of that eternal story about three men. 3 men and a baby. Jokes aside, this is a truly poignant tale about unexpected redemption. About characters who had greatness thrust upon them.
You got me.
Yeah, baby will do that to you. And it's John Ford, so you can expect a fun supporting cast.
Oh, Lordy, if this ain't a Christmas present for me. A whole parcel of men!
And once you're done with the desert, take a pleasant trip down to Devil's Island, with We're No Angels. Also about a trio of outlaws on the lam. They're led by Humphrey Bogart, who's merging his two screen personas. Charming leading man and tough guy thug.
One will climb down off his roof and cut his throat for a Christmas present.
That's the kind of thing that could make you stop believing in Santa Claus.
Let's also give a special mention to one of my favorite actors, Peter Ustinov as the most aristocratic sounding wife murderer you'll ever see.
I remember Christmas 1892 in Marseille. Terrible, wicked place, rotten to the core. And I enjoyed every minute of it.
These three escaped convicts find temporary work in a failing merchant's shop at Christmas Eve. They decide to wait until he and his family are asleep so they can rob the place blind and maybe cut their throats. As the day goes on though, the family's kindness gives the outlaws a change of heart.
Guys act like you don't want to cut their throats.
Well, speaking for myself, I'd just as soon not.
After all, it might spoil their Christmas.
And they end up using lies, theft, poisoning and accounting fraud to solve every single problem mother, father and daughter are facing.
Which isn't fair. Here we are, 3 desperate criminals who'll stop at nothing to escape from Devil's Island, and we have to fall in with nice people.
Good thing this family talks over every important plot point on their easily accessible windows.
He won't discharge me. Besides, we're related.
Cousins, only cousins.
When I was bankrupt in Paris, who paid every cent I owed?
He did. And who took your business away from you in return for the favor?
Well, he gave me the opportunity of running this establishment.
And keeps threatening to throw you out if business doesn't improve.
Poor Isabel?
Yes, she's in love with Paul.
His nephew?
Mama, I never told you. It's Paul. Paul Trochard. I'm in love with him.
The only thing I've ever done that I'm proud of is marrying you. And I don't know how I managed that.
It was my idea. I loved you, remember?
Basically, We're No Angels is about a thief and 2 murderers who want to be evil but can't. That's the double bill. Two terrific Hollywood oldies about trios of criminals going out of their way to do what's right.
There was 3 wise men come from the east, wasn't there? 3 wise men.
We're the 3 wise men.
About Christmas time awakening the very best inside everyone.
Beat their heads in, gouge their eyes out, cut their throats. As soon as we wash the dishes.
Merry Christmas.